Good morning, everyone. Dr. Victoria Scarbo here, speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. Today is Wednesday, July 6th, and the moon is in Libra. We start the day with an opposition of the moon to Jupiter. Oppositions bring awareness, and we have an awareness around relationships, and also a relationship perhaps around the increase in aggression that we see in the world. After the opposition, it makes a sesquiquadrate to Saturn. We may feel that we don't have a whole lot of power in this situation. We may feel as though, what can I do as a individual to combat the larger things that we see. It's very easy at this time to get overwhelmed by what we see in the world. And how do we navigate out of this? How do we navigate out of a world that is where people are being hurt and injured, and not just here, of course, in the U.S. The richest, quote-unquote, country to ever live and all that stuff, or so we think. I'm sure there were some ancient civilizations that might have been better off than us in their way, but in places like Afghanistan and Africa and the whole world, it seems like the whole world is in the throes of some sort of releasement, I think, of, I guess, shadow material. I guess we could call it that. But who is the shadow of? The shadow is of us. And so just like the old adage, charity begins at home, so does peace. And so fostering a sense of peace in your life, despite the situations that are around you or that you find yourself in, I think is the key here. We do have a supportive connection between Venus and Chiron today, a sextile, of course, Venus in Gemini, Chiron in Aries. It's time to open the lines of communication around this strange need we have to think that by controlling others, that it'll somehow make our lives better. I don't know. I think that we need to perhaps really sort of look at the right that people have to be themselves, to live in peace, perhaps. These larger forces that are kind of using us as pawns, we're just kind of fed up with it, I think, and everywhere in the world. And I really feel that we're at an inflection point yet again in the choices that we need to make. And of course, my money always banks on the feminine and this sense that, we're all in this together, guys, and we have to start being kinder to ourselves and being kinder to others. And it's not just the people in your neighborhood, but, one of the things that strikes me, and I haven't really brought it up, is that the United States is the number one purveyor of weapons of mass destruction, as it were. And we sort of aid other countries, or we sell them arms, and then we expect that not to somehow come back and bite us in the butt here in this country. And of course, the people who sell the arms don't care who's getting them. They don't care who suffers. They just really mostly just care about the money. And what is money next to the value of a human life? And does a person's value go down because they are a different religion or a different color or from a different country or have a different level of education. If we really want to move into the Aquarian age, we're going to have to start accepting people where they're at, and work together with others no matter what descriptors that you put around them. It's time for us to wake up to love, quite frankly, if we expect to survive this. And quite honestly, I'm pretty much an optimist, and I know we can do it. I just hope we choose to, because really it's all about choice, right? We're in this. It's all about choice. It's all about the choices that we make. Do you choose love, or do you choose separation? What do you choose? What are you choosing in your own life? Ooh, there's a bee. See that little bee there? So cute. Hello, little bee. Bees work together. Bees work together to bring sweetness into the world. Why can't we be like bees, buzzing around, working hard, bringing sweetness into the world, working for the collective? Bees have a very collective energy. We also have Mercury making a semi-square to Uranus. This is important because the semi-square is one of those aspects where the energy shifts between two planets. Initially, we started with the conjunction. That conjunction is an expression, Uranus and Mercury, an expression of something new. Now, as Mercury moves 45 degrees away from Uranus, it starts to coalesce what it experienced into some sort of plan, into some sort of structure, into some sort of blueprint. And so it's a blueprint on how we can utilize our intuition, right? It's a blueprint on how we can utilize our higher self and our higher minds. Let's get beyond the argumentation and the victimization, whether you feel victimized or you are the victimizer. And let's move up a few levels here, guys, and realize that we're creating this reality. We're creating this god-awful reality. And if we want to have a different reality, it's up to us to change it. And it starts within yourself. It starts within yourself, a sense of peace within. And don't let external forces affect the way you feel inside. But if you feel crappy inside, it's okay. You can feel crappy inside. The key is to get to the bottom of it. The key is to ask the question, why? Why am I feeling this? What is this that I'm experiencing? And ask for help, because we do have connections to higher spiritual sources. Our guides are very close to us at this time. We are not forsaken here on planet Earth unless we think we're forsaken. And we believe we're forsaken. We're not. We have the co-creative power of the universe at our fingertips, but we are most powerful to use that co-creative energy when we're in our hearts, because that's what connects our higher vibrational self to this earthly experience that we're having. At the end of the day, we have a square. It's a first quarter square between the moon in Libra and the sun in Cancer. These two planets, these two signs, are interested in society and family and getting along together, and what actions we need to take in order to work together to improve our station and improve our world instead of just making it worse and worse and worse. This is part of the lunation cycle that began with that kick-ass new moon in Cancer, with its Yod and its Hammer of Thor and all the other incredible aspects. It was like a power packet punch of energy, and now it's being expressed. We will use it for good. We will use it for good. We will not lose our guiding star. Our guiding star is love. And in fact, the United States is in a star year now, now that it's had its birthday. And that's all about meditation. It's all about finding your guiding star, aligning yourself to the heavenly realms, and bringing heaven to earth. Have yourself a wonderful day, guys. Like, subscribe, and I will see you again tomorrow morning. I'm going to try to get a couple of readings in today. I know I promised that a lot, and then it doesn't happen because life happens. But I have kind of an open, I have plenty of stuff to do, believe me, but I do have kind of an open day today, so I'm going to try to get a few, I think, just quick readings about maybe some of the political stuff that we're seeing. I'll see what comes to me. I usually do them if I'm inspired, which is a little bit of a pain because you never know when I'm coming out. It's nice when you know they're like, oh, on Thursday she does this, but I'm still working on that. I'm still trying to do my best on that organization principle that I've been very remiss with. But it's taken a long time to recover from taking care of my mother for 17 years. And it's time for me to get my nose to the grindstone, I think. So if you're looking for me, I'll be at the grindstone. I don't have much of a nose, but I will apply myself and hopefully not grind it down to a nub, or more of a nub than it already is. When I was a little kid and I would turn sideways, I had like a totally flat face. My nose was so tiny, they could never find it. I have pictures to prove it. All right, guys, have yourself a great day. Namaste.